We're listening to Doja Cat today. I'm pulling it up on Spotify, and yeah, I'm just getting ready for this video. I hope you guys are excited to be here. I'm excited to listen to some music. 12 songs, 39 minutes. It's called Hot Pink. We're jumping right into the video. I need no introduction. Clearly, I'm great enough that you guys know who I am. I'm kidding. My name is Doug. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I'm very glad to have you. Be sure to check out some of the other videos if you enjoy this one. And for those of you that haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? I'm a great person. You should get to know me better. Watch more of my videos. Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Like this video if you enjoy it. Support the channel on Patreon. Help me to keep coming with these videos as often as possible. The patrons get access to all kinds of cool, secret, juicy stuff like the Discord server, exclusive live streams where I produce, where I react to albums, where I hang out with them and just talk, answer questions. And eventually, when the channel's big enough and we have people interested in merch, the patrons get some free merch too. So that's worth your while if you want to check out the tiers. The link is in the description. Be sure to do that. But Doja Cat, man, I think that she's extremely versatile. I'm happy to see her, growing and gaining more and more success and more recognition, especially after Moo. That song really blew up. It was one of the higher portions of 2019. It was 2019 when that dropped, right? I forget. Things happen so quickly nowadays, and fads rise and fall, and I don't even know when they happened. I'm pretty sure it dropped this year. And she's been blowing up. She dropped Juicy with Tyga. I think that's a really fun track. She's got a really cool 90s rock vibe track that I forget. Bottom Bitch, that's the name of the track. I see it here in the track list. I think it's great. I think it's wavy. She's versatile. She's talented. And it doesn't hurt that she's really fine. So let's listen to some music. First track is Cyber Sex. I also want to shout out Doja Cat because she produces a lot of her own music, and that's just something that goes a long way with me. For those of you that don't know, I do produce music myself. I'm not extremely good, but I do post beats every now and then on the channel, and I plan to get better, with more and more practice. And I can just really appreciate when an artist also produces their own music. It's just another level of creativity, of artistry, of mastery to their craft, so I can really appreciate that about her.
Wish you were here right now. All of the things I do, I want you. It's my middle fingers are cramped up. Swipe right cause he's picking, he handsome. Love a sneak peek when you're free, can we camp start? Let's see going through my pictures. I wanna touch on you. You see me in my brain. What a time to be alive. Living in a picture, banging on my heart.
What am I supposed to say to that, Clearly, it's a song about cyber sex, being far away from the person that you're with, and having to be as intimate with them as possible through a screen, and it's tough, and you're missing the person, you're missing the physicality of the relationship, and so this is just about sexting, Skyping, and all that. And Doja is very open with all of this type of stuff in her music. She talks about it a lot. And it's cool that she's confident. It's cool that she's open about that type of stuff. We shouldn't be treating this stuff like it's taboo or like it's, just be immature about it. But at the same time, we don't really want to know so much, It's great that we're able to have the conversation openly, but at the same time, it doesn't mean that we have to have it all the time. And it doesn't mean that we need to know a bunch of the little details. But not only that, but musically, this just isn't for me. It's very cute, it's very fuzzy and poppy, and I like that she's experimenting with different intonations and doing different voices and characters, and things like that. And I hear a lot of like the anime voices, anime dubs in my head whenever she talks. The very typical schoolgirl Japanese high-pitched voice. That's what I hear, and it's great that she's experimenting with that type of stuff. But for the most part, this track is just not for me, subject content wise or the way that it sounds. But I can totally see how it's a Doja Cat track, how it fits her personality, and I think it's great that she makes music that she likes and doesn't really care whether people really enjoy it or not. So that's also very dope. Next track is Won't Bite featuring Smino.
Closer to me, baby, I won't fight. You look me, I might. I'll rip a nigga head off it. You just wanna hit his head off it. Why the fuck you want my blood, fucker? I won't stop you. Do it, motherfucker.
Like did the shit be sick and my voice has sweet and I let my eyes drop. Don't give a fuck to let me let you say. When you be about the rattle, the quiz, no, don't test it.
this hook is kind of annoying. I feel like it's shrill. You know, I feel like it's kind of whiny and a little annoying. I like the beat. I think it's really fun. It's got a really nice, happy kind of vibe to it, you know. But for the most part, this track is really cutesy, and I was kind of struggling to figure out how Smino would fit on this track, and I think that he was okay on it. You know, he managed to do his thing, but again, it's not a bad song, but there is a very niche audience that likes listening to these cutesy songs. And, you know, if you're making music for them, that's great. I don't think that this is going to be extremely popular or mainstream or things like that, because it's very not in line with the darker trap sounds that are very popular nowadays, you know? But like I said, at the same time, it's great that this is the style of music she wants to be making, and she's not afraid of being different, you know, and making it. So again, it's not for me, but it's definitely not bad, and I can appreciate it for what it is. You know, if you're listening to it and you're accepting it for what it is, it's a cutesy little pop song, then you should be fine. Next track is Rules. I think she dropped this as a single. I might have heard it. I don't remember it by the title. Is this the video where she's like a cowgirl and there's like a snake and she's got snake eyes? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, I have heard this. I saw the video. I think the video's pretty dope. I actually like the visuals. And I do think that this one's got a really cool vibe to it. I forgot to add it to my playlist, but I'm actually adding it right now because this is one that I kind of actually enjoy. You know, I think that it's got a really nice wavy guitar sound to it. It's got a really nice kind of Western feel to it. You know, it's that country trap that Lil Nas X kind of popularized this year. You know, and a lot of people are venturing into it. But I think it's creative. I think it sounds cool. You know, so I like that one. And I think it's going to be a little more popular than some of these other tracks. Next track is Bottom Bitch, which I also have listened to. I didn't realize that. I should have realized that they would be on her project, and I should have waited to react to them, but I know I didn't. But I think that Bottom Bitch has a really nice, like, old school 90s kind of pop rock vibe to it. I also really enjoy it. I think it's creative, shows versatility on her part, and I think it's really well produced. And I think it's kind of catchy. So, you know, and I think the video is also really dope. We're going to be skipping on to track 5, though, since I heard Rules and Bottom Bitch. Track 5 is Say So. This is that H&M Forever 21 music. It's kind of groovy. You know, she's got a talent for writing melodies. I will say that too. A lot of the melodies that she sings are very creative. They include lots of different notes in them, you know, because recently the trend is to have really simple melodies that are like 3 notes, 4 notes tops, so that it's easy for people to memorize and sing along to. And she's got this really cool creative mind for writing melodies and for finding catchy melodies to put into her songs. And she makes really great use of the background vocals as well. You know, this has got a really fun, funky kind of vibe to it. I'm liking it. If you say so. Yeah, so I feel like this one kind of runs on a little bit too long. It's almost 4 minutes long. I mean, it's 3:58, so it's basically 4 minutes long. Could have used like 30 seconds less maybe on that one. Really fun pop song, really groovy vibe, really fun to dance to. Very catchy, repetitive lyrics, very soft, catchy vocals as well. You know, a lot of people are going to like this one to dance to and to play at parties, things like that. Again, it's not very much for me, but this one is definitely, I can see this one doing more numbers than some of those first few, like Cybersex, for example. You know, this one's definitely friendlier and easier to play on the radio, things like that. Actually, I could see this getting a lot of radio play. So, yeah, you know, that's just a really nice pop track. Next track is Like That featuring Gucci Mane. Love the ad-libs. This is a club banger.
Gucci Mane and Doja Cat, call me El Gato. I'm the big boss and I got big bread in my jeans.
You know, this is a track on an album called Hot Pink. So I can't really be mad at it for sounding really poppy and cutesy, kind of, you know, with the cutesy vocals and the really nice, happy kind of vibe to it. Even though that's not really the style of music that I listen to, like I said a bunch of times already this video, and I'm not going to say that again because you guys already know. Like I said, I can't be mad at it. You know, this is what I expected going into this, so I'm not upset at it. I don't think that it's bad. I think that it's exactly what it says it is. I think that it's exactly what it's advertising. It's hot pink. It's supposed to be fun and cute and girly almost, you know, although there's no such real thing as girly music. You know, you can like whatever you like. But, you know, this is a club banger, and it's a Doja Cat club banger. It's very cutesy. It's got the very cutesy little vocals and the little voices, and Gucci Mane, you know, he does his thing. It's a club banger. He talks about the usual club stuff, talks about women and money and all that stuff. You know, it's okay. It's not a bad song. I'm not mad at it. And I'm also not, I don't feel like I've wasted my time by listening to it, although I wouldn't put it on my playlist. You know, it's just one of those tracks that you can kind of sit through. It's fun. It's fun. And definitely radio friendly, definitely gonna have a lot of people that really like this one for sure. We're about halfway through the album, and I actually did a video before this one, so you know, I've been sitting here for a while. I'm gonna take a little break. I'm gonna get up, walk around, sit in front of a fan for a little bit because it's very hot, and I'll be back very soon with track 7, Talk Dirty. All right, track 7. I think it kind of goes on for a little too long. I think the hook is kind of annoying. I don't really like the filter that's on her voice. I don't know. I feel like this track is a little boring. I feel like it's a little boring for sure. And again, almost seems like she's being extremely sexual in order to make it edgier, or in order to try and force it to go viral by being extremely explicit. I don't know. It almost seems a little forced, just how explicit this is. You know, I don't know. That one is not really for me. It's not really as good as any of the other tracks on this project. Track 8 is Addiction.
I got one way. Maybe this will work.
It's got a really cool, fun dance vibe to it. It's a really nice pop track. You know, I think that the vocal performance is really solid, especially once it goes into those higher notes for the hook. Again, switching up the way that her voice actually sounds for her verses and showing us all these different characters and personalities and things like that. It's all just indicative of her talent and her versatility, which is, again, something to appreciate and something to compliment for sure. You know, it's a really nice track. It's solid for sure. Next track is Streets. This is it. There's a vocal sample in the background. There are really cool Rhodes keys playing melodies over the top. A really nice wavy guitar. I mean, this is it. This is the vibe. You know, this is the wave. The song that carries us, you know, and just kind of hits us. Man, this is it. This is what I was looking for. So sultry, so nice, man. This is so smooth. It's so wavy. It's so nice to vibe out to, man. The production is so surreal. It's so relaxing. It's so smooth. I mean, everything about it is just sultry, sexy. I love the performance. The verse was nice. Played around with the dynamics of her voice, you know, going louder and softer with her delivery. Really great track. That's a really positive takeaway for me from this project. Next track is Shine. I don't really like this one. I don't really like the way that her voice sounds with that auto-tune on it. It feels like they messed with the formant a little bit to kind of sound like her throat is all the way closed and her voice has got this really weird quality to it. It's not very good in my opinion. It doesn't sound very good to me. Some people will like that one though. I think that the production's nice. I think that it's got a really cool vibe to it that she could have played around with a little bit, but you know, I just don't like the way that she approached this one. The last track that we'll be listening to is Better Than Me. And the reason I'm not listening to Juicy featuring Tyga is because I've already heard it. I watched the video already. And yeah, I just think that that one's a really fun track. And we'll get to that one when we get, you know, there in the project. But right now, like I said, the last track we're listening to, Better Than Me.
She's so picky in that bar. Put the honey in the bar. Put a nigga in his place. She don't wanna take my test. Look, I can do that too, bitch. I can do that too.
You know, it's a little smooth track. It's got some nice guitar instrumentals, some nice singing from Doja. So it's okay. You know, it's not a bad track. I'm not mad at that one. And like I said, Juicy, it's a really fun track. It's a nice track. That's kind of going up right now in numbers, and it's probably one of her more popular tracks right now. I don't think the Tyga feature added too much to the original, but you know, it also doesn't take away from the original, so I guess it's okay. But yeah, I like Juicy. So that's kind of the project. That's, you know, all the songs. Yeah, let's give you my thoughts on this thing. So there are some very positive takeaways from this project. You know, going into it, I'm already expecting most of it to be songs that are a little too poppy and cutesy for my taste, because I know that it's Doja Cat, it's called Hot Pink, and it's supposed to be kind of fun and flirty and just not really my whole style. But I still wanted to make this video for it because, you know, I want to what's it called? I want to diversify the channel a little bit more. I want to spread out into some other genres, some other artists that I normally wouldn't listen to, because I still think that it's worth a listen and giving my thoughts on, you know? So I think that there are 4 very positive takeaways from this project. I think that the best tracks are Rules, Bottom Bitch, Streets, and Juicy featuring Tyga. That's not to say that the other 8, I believe, are bad songs. That's just to say that they're more on the too poppy for my personal taste side of things, you know. But for those of you that really enjoy pop tracks, for those of you that really enjoy this cuter music, this style of music that really plays with cute and fun melodies, with, you know, a lot of little poppy dance songs, you'll really like this. And if you're already familiar with Doja and her style, you know, this isn't nothing new. This is something that you should already be accustomed with and something that you should enjoy if you're already a fan of her style. If you're looking at this hoping for Doja to be an artist like a female rapper like a Cardi B or a Nicki Minaj, you know, that's not what you're going to get here. Doja's not like that. She can rap and she can make bangers. I'm a fan of her lyrical ability. You know, I think that she is a talented songwriter and rapper, but that's not the style of music she makes. She doesn't really make hip-hop music. She doesn't really stick to one specific genre. On this one, we heard a little bit of rock. We heard a little bit of pop. We heard a little bit of trap, you know, and hip-hop, and pop and hip-pop, or whatever it's called, pop trap, pop rap, whatever Spotify wants to call it. She's not just stuck to one style. And she doesn't just, you know, make club music. She makes whatever she wants to, and that's something that's admirable about her as an artist. And so what I would say is it's a 40-minute listen, you know, and if you're curious, you should give this a listen, because even the songs that I didn't really feel were for me, I don't feel like I wasted my time listening to them. You know what I mean? I still think that this is worth your time. I think that Doja put together a body of work that is cohesive. You know, it all feels like it's very much her. It all feels like it fits with the hot pink style of the project. you know, and it's not a bad album. You know, it's not a bad album. If I'm being completely honest, I don't think that many of these songs are memorable, but a lot of people are gonna like this. It's friendly, it's easy on the ears, and so give it a try and see if you like it. Let me know what you think about this project in the comments section. Let me know what other videos you want me to review. Videos. I mean, yeah, I do music videos, but let me know what other music you want me to react to. Things like that, all in the comments section. Hit me up on my Instagram. I think my Twitter is also in the description. Support the channel with a subscription. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Support the channel on Patreon. You get access to a bunch of cool stuff. And the more patrons we get, the more cool things I'll be able to give the patrons. So, you know, there's always that. And I think there's a $1 tier too. So it shouldn't, you know, hurt you too much. But yeah, thank you for supporting the channel. And I'll see you all in another video very, very soon. Until then, guys, stay safe as always. Peace out.